Hey, yeah, good morning, good evening, everyone. Okay, let's begin. Let me know if you're able to see the screen. I'm just sharing my screen. Okay. Give a thumbs up, like if you're able to see the screen. Any questions on previous sessions? Like we can take 1 to 2 minutes and then proceed. You can raise your hands. I will allow you to. Any questions on the previous sessions? Is it okay? Like, yeah. Okay, fine. And if you have anything in between, like you can raise your hands. I want this to be a little interactive so that I will allow people to unmute themselves. And yes, I was saying. Sorry, Wasim, you raised your hand. I can allow you to talk. Wasim, you can talk.
Hey, hi.
There
Good
was
morning,
yes.
Sai.
Very good.
Sai, just can you just brush up yesterday's this one? Just two,
Okay.
three slides. Last two, three slides were very important, na? Just can you just brush up?
Okay, sure. So we were discussing on Scrum Master role, right? What
Correct.
actually, because so what does a Scrum Master do? That's what we were discussing in the last 2 to 3 slides. How yes, actually the role of a Scrum Master to be,
That
a
is clear,
community
Sai. That is
clear.
clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sorry.
That absolutely clear. All these
Okay, good.
concepts are clear.
Yes. So like because he deals with the people, okay. So the Scrum Master has to help the team members first, okay. Then he has to be with the product owner, helping him and facilitating whatever that he requires, and he should also be productive to the organization because that's why like we are the organizations are hiring Scrum Master for. So I think those were the roles that are the Scrum Master actually is expected to do. So in terms of team, okay, what he needs to do is like if there are any newcomers in the team, okay, or if they are already in the team but they are not aware of the agile principles or the Scrum way of working, then they need to coach the team members. Okay, he needs to coach the team on this type of working. Okay, and you should also empower them, make them self-managed. Okay, they should also should be able to take their own decisions, and he should be there to help them in taking the. Okay, they should he should empower them in that case. Okay, so those values like there are there in the Scrum actually defined. You should make sure that those particular values are being being taken by the team to show their productivity or work as per that. Okay, so here as per the team wise, like he's going to be a coach. Okay, he will also focus on creating a very high value increments. Okay, high value increment in the sense like it is like a product having a good an extra feature is anything that you are adding and that is giving a value to that particular product is an increment. Okay, so in your agile journey you will be talking mostly, we're not talking about the product, you will be talking about the increment, and at the end you will get the product. Okay, so whatever that you are creating, whatever you are trying to develop, that is an increment. Anything that gives a value. Okay. Suppose, let us say today you are learning a new concept. That is an increment for today. Tomorrow you will be learning another concept that will be an increment for next day. So something increment is something that adds value to your existing one. Okay. that brings some value, a good value. And here, like, he is actually focusing the team members to create a high value increment, which meets the definition of done. See, the definition of done is a criteria actually, like how you say a particular product is completed. I will say the product is completed if my criteria is being no, if it is meeting all my conditions, all the checklist that is there, like if it is all meeting the condition, then I say, yeah, this is this particular product is being done, and we can deliver that to the customer. So the definition of done is nothing but a checklist to check or to have a tick mark saying that yeah, this particular condition is met, and we have all the securities laws are being avoided by this product. We have testing completed fully on this particular product, and it is as per the requirements of the customer, and everyone is fine with this. Look, all this type of checklist that we are going to have, and that is called as a definition of done checklist. If the product is satisfying all these things, then we will deliver to the customer. So the Scrum Master is going to focus on that. He will emphasize on the fact that the team should deliver an high value increment which meets this definition of done criteria. Okay. And he should also be there to remove the impediments in the team's progress. Okay. That means, let us say you are working in a Java as of now, but you had some dependency on the database part, or you had some dependency on the infrastructure part, and so the team is self-managing. They are able to do that by own, okay, or they're able to try to resolve their own those issues. But if if there is certain event that is blocking their work, okay, if there is a dependency, then the Scrum Master should pitch in, try to understand their pain area, okay, and uh, try to resolve that, okay, by communicating, by talking to the other team members, other team leads and all, and try to resolve it. So he should be there to remove the impediments for the progress, okay, and ensure that all the Scrum events take place and are positive, productive, and kept within the time of. See, these Scrum events are the actually, like, we have 5 Scrum events. Okay, so if you're running a particular project in a particular period of time, that is called as a time box. So everything is time boxed. When we say our training session is going to for 30 days, okay, then we say it is time boxed to 30 days. Okay. So when you are saying like you are working for 2 days on this particular project, that means that is time box to 2 days. So our, as per the Scrum, okay, all the events that are mentioned in the Scrum, okay, they are being time boxed for almost 2 to 4 weeks, not beyond that, because they want the product to be delivered in shorter period. That is how the Agile works. So he will ensure that the Scrum Master, if there is any deviation from that, he needs to be there beforehand. He needs to see, he needs to capture the, like, why the deviation, or why there is any uh, problem, where is the problem area, and we should make sure that all events are happening, okay, in the time box so mentioned. Okay, that is a work of this Scrum Master to help the Scrum team. Not only that, there is another guy called the product owner, okay, who gets the requirements from the customers or the stakeholders. Okay, now for that, the product owner is the one who actually is going to define the product goal. Okay, he will come to you. He will have a meeting with you all people, with the team members and the Scrum Master and himself. Okay, sometimes the stakeholders can be there in the meeting. So the product owner is going to give you the vision of his product, what actually the customer wants. So he will be representing the customer, and he will explain you like what is his goal. Okay. Now, during that, the Scrum Master should find the techniques. Okay, I mean, there are certain few techniques like where you can make use of product goal definition, okay, and how we can manage, what are the techniques that are required to refine the product backlog and product manage. Now the question is, you will get what is the meaning of product backlog. So this is a new term for here as of now. The product backlog in the sense, you have, say you want a particular product, let us say a car, okay, or a website, whatever. I mean, so for that particular product, you have certain action items that are to be done. Those are called items, product backlog items. So what you will do is, first you will, for a car, let us say, the first one is I will need to create tires. Okay, those then I will create a body. Then you will say I will create a steering. I will create the engine. Now, these are the items that he will be keeping it in the uh, backlog items. Okay, you will maintain a particular sheet or it can be on any tool. Okay, he will maintain all that what are required. Okay, then that particular list of items are called as a backlog items. So what they will do is they will take these product backlog items one by one or in for or a set of items in a particular sprint. Sprint is nothing but again it comes in the Scrum, which is for of 2 weeks or 4 weeks. So they will do that work in those time boxed event in those 2 weeks or 4 weeks. Okay. So the Scrum Master should help the product owner in refining the product backlog management. Okay. So he will find the techniques. He will let the product owner know like we can use this particular technique to refine this one. So he will be there. He should be there to guide the product owner. Next. Now, he provide ways for the Scrum team to understand the need for clear and concise product backlog items. Okay, he should make understand like why we are doing this, and he should also refine or he should be explain like this particular item, or, like how much value it adds, and he should make it clear. Okay, to the team members to understand. Next, we have this establish empirical product planning for a complex environment. See, again, the term empirical is related to agile or the Scrum. Empirical in general means like what that we have learned from our experience. Okay, so when you are planning, say, let us say for a car, like you have said, you will manufacture or you will have the tires ready in 4 days, 3 to 4 days. Then probably the Scrum Master, with his experience, can say, no, this is going to take almost 5 days because with my past experience, I can say, no, this is because there are a lot of dependencies in the manufacturing and this and that. So with your empirical analysis, okay, you can say, no, this is going to take this. So he will be able to plan. He should be helping the team members to plan according to the empirical process. Empirical in the sense, getting knowledge from the experience. Okay, and sharing. So in that way, he's going to plan the particular items for the product backlog. Next, he should facilitate stakeholder collaboration as requested or needed. Sometimes, like even the team members, like they will be so. I mean, they will be doing their own job, but at the same time, they may need certain inputs from the customer, okay, or the stakeholder, and if they want, then the Scrum Master should be there to help the facilitate the event meeting with the stakeholders. Okay, and he should make the doubts get clarified, whatever the ambiguity that is there in the particular item. Okay, in that particular configuration or whatever, he should facilitate a meeting with the stakeholders to the team members and resolve the issues. So that's how, like, for a product owner, he's going to do that job. And for the organization, he's going to lead, train, coach them in their Scrum adoption. So if the organization is new to the Scrum, okay, and they are not aware of like what to do and all, so he should train the organization, the members of the organization about that. Okay, he should make them adopt it. Okay, so that is his job in the organization, and he should, by helping the employees and stakeholders understand and instill an empirical approach for a complex work. That's what. So he will be doing there, like he will be helping them by his empirical approach. Okay, and remove barriers between stakeholders and Scrum teams. So yeah, that's what. So he will be also there to remove these barriers, whatever there between the stakeholders and the Scrum teams, because organization works on the customers and it also needs the team members. Okay, so these two people are very important because if anyone is lacking, like their business won't run. So he will help the organization in by removing the barriers which are there. So I think this was what we were learning yesterday in the last session. Am I clear? I mean, you are able to get Pasim?
Yeah, thank you so much, Sai. Thank you.
Yes,
Yes, it is very
yes.
clear now.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. So anyone has a doubt, like you can take for 1 minute and then start. You can raise your hand. Yeah. Uh, this is what actually I'm expecting from you, because my goal for this particular session is this one, because I want you to be little bit more communicative, proactive, learn collectively, be more participative, because The more we exchange our thoughts or ideas, like you are going to gain a lot of this through this discussion. And for being a Scrum Master, you need to be more communicative. You should, express your views and all. That will be more helpful. Okay, so let's go ahead with Agile principles and values. Why we are learning Agile principles and values? Because we have said earlier, Agile is the framework. Okay, is a methodology. It is a type of umbrella under which all your Scrum, Kanban, or like lot of pair programming, even XP, like these are going to come and they are going to be underneath this. So it is going to follow all these particular frameworks are going to follow the agile principles and values. So we have almost 12 principles and 4 values. I won't say like, you need to remember and put it in your head and bang your head while giving answers to an interviewer. No, it is good to know all the 12. Okay, you should at least have some reference. You should, try to recollect and say, but no one is going to expect the same sentences, okay, in the interview. No one is going to ask, come on, can you give me all the 12 agile principles? No way, because like we are people, we should understand. So before going that, like let us see like how actually they are developed. I think we have already discussed in the first class, but okay. So going ahead, in 2001, okay, generally, if you remember, a group of experienced software developers realized that they were collectively practicing software development differently from the classic waterfall methodology. So there were some people who were doing the things differently. Okay, so they came together. Okay, and they came up with this agile manifesto. Okay, they came up with the agile manifesto that documented their shared beliefs about how a modern software development process should operate. Because with the changing needs, with the changing environment, with the changing way of expectations from the customer, the waterfall method was a little, was lacking certain features, or it was not able to cater the customer needs very fastly. So there was a problem with that. So like these many number of people, they have sit together and formulated an agile manifesto. Okay, where they had their own beliefs and they have documented that. So they came up with these particular principles. Okay. So what they have stressed here is they want to have more collaboration over the documentation. Okay. That means they were concentrating more on collaborating among the team members. Okay. And then having a lot of, high feature documents and all self-organizing rather than rigid management practices. That means like having a very strict rules and all, having a rigid managed practices. They were mostly concentrating on self-organizing. Okay, and the ability to manage constant change rather than being looked into a rigid waterfall process. Okay, so the team should be able to manage constant change. Okay, rather than being in a rigid way of working. That's what actually they stressed on it. Okay. Now we will go into the 12 principles based on this Agile manifesto. Okay. You will understand like why like how the Agile way of working seems to be better than the previous one by going to these 12 principles. So the first principle, okay, here like see I would made the point was 1 to 12, and we will go and we will have a discussion on this. Because if I don't go through this particular 12 principles, right, you will not be able to understand why we are doing that in the Scrum. Okay, what actually is, what is the need and what is the purpose of this one? Like you will be able to understand only when you go through all these 12 principles. Okay. So the dual principles are one is first one is our highest priority is to satisfy the customers through the early and continuous delivery of a valuable software. Okay, so what is our highest priority? The highest priority is to satisfy the customer with our early and continuous delivery of the valuable software. So it is not like uh, we are giving a software, we are developing a software or we are developing a product. But if you are not giving it in time or if you are not giving early and we are making it little bit late, then that will not satisfy the customer needs. Probably the organization, may lose the project from the customer end. So, okay. So the organizations should give the highest priority to satisfy the customers. Okay, so that is highest priority. Okay, I will say in this way. You have gone to one of the shops nearby your locality or to your okay. Uh, Here, like in India, like we have, okay, everywhere, like you have these malls and all. But let us say some kiosk, a small shop is there, which is, a small shop with certain items, like they have put it over there, and you went over there and you asked for something, and the shopkeeper, like he took the money and he kept you on waiting. Okay, for let us say for 5 minutes you waited, but after that also, like he didn't give you, and he kept you on waiting for 15 minutes. And there were some other person who came and he also gave money, but he gave, he gave the product, other product to that second customer fastly, and that second person or the customer went away. Now, you being the first person, you're the first customer, okay, your immediate reaction would have been like, why I have come to this particular shop and asked for this product? I would have gone to any shopping mall or any other shop where, I would have got this particular product very fast, right? So that feeling we get. Okay. So what actually we were expecting is the priority should be given to us, because like we have come in person to the place, and we came first. Okay, that's one thing. And also, like we had certain, things to do other than, waiting at the shop. We need to lot of things in our daily life, and we can't wait in the shop for getting that particular product. So because of that, you were felt neglected, or the priority was not given. And what you will do is, next time, I think no one will go to, I mean, you will not go to the particular shop once again, because you expect the same thing again. So if an organization to be to run or to be profitable, first of all, it should satisfy, and you should make that customer's highest priority. Okay, and you should also make sure that you are delivering the software, valuable software. Okay, as early as possible. Okay, not like a waterfall method where you once you give the requirement and it will come after a year, and we don't know what is going to come. So it should not be like that. So they were giving high importance, priority to the customer, okay, with a valuable software, that to early stage, in a early fashion. Any questions here, please? Yeah, I want you to interact. Someone, any question? Is that okay? You're able to understand? Give a thumbs up in the chat, like if you are able to understand, because I want to know whether this point is very clear. Highest priority to the customers is the first topic. Are you able to understand Wasim, Firoz, Gopi, Nathan, Mary, Tigmugan, Shamina? Okay. Good, good. Nice. Thank you. Very nice. So, so highest priority is the first thing. Sorry, someone was raising their hands, and just, yes, you can talk. Mary, you can talk. Mary, I think you, yes, you
Okay.
can.
Yeah,
Hey,
good
Mary.
morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, please, can you just give a brief summary of what you just said? My network has been disturbing.
Okay. So
Yeah,
our
please.
we were discussing on the agile principles. The first principle we were talking about. Okay. So the first principle was like giving highest priority to the customer through early and continuous delivery of a valuable software. Okay, so I was giving one reference. Let us say like you have gone to one of the shops nearby, the stores. Okay, or you went to any shopping mall nearby, and you have here, like actually in India, like what we do is like there are some small kiosks or some small shops where we go and ask for some product, some item, no, and they will take the money and they will give it to you. But during the process, if it takes a lot of time to give you that particular item, okay, what you feel is like we feel neglected, right? We because we have lot many things to do at our home or at the work, and we came here to buy something and it is taking time. Then we'll say like, why it is taking time? Can you give it fast? I need to go early. And if it takes lot of time, and if it delivers after almost 1 hour, and then probably next time, like you will think about going back. You will not. go at all. Like you will see, like that person is taking a lot of time to give this particular product. Then maybe look, I will not go next time. I'll go to the next shop or next kiosk or next mall anyway. So this is actually organizations what they have formulated is the highest priority should be given to the customer. Okay, we should first of all think like he is the one who is actually giving the business to us. So the highest priority should be the customer by giving the valuable software. It could be a valuable software or a valuable product through early and continuous delivery. That means as soon as you come, we should not make him wait for longer time. Give the item or the product within no time, let him go. So he will feel happy. He will feel like he has been prioritized. Okay. If there is another guy, second guy is coming to the shop, okay, he's waiting there. If he is the second guy is given high priority, then you will feel little bit, what is this like? I have been waiting for almost 10-15 minutes, and that guy who came 2 minutes or 1 minute back, and he left already. So in that way, like the shop is going to lose the customers, and or the organization is going to lose the customers. Okay, and by which you won't return back again. So we should give. That's what we are discussing. The as per the principles, like the highest priority should be the customers. Tomorrow, if you start a business, okay, tomorrow if you're going to start some organization or anything, any project, you should give more importance to the customers who are coming to you for for your product, okay, for what you are delivering, okay, and it should also be very early, not late. Like it should not take so much of time and make them waiting, be in the waiting list and all. So that's what actually we were discussing about. Is it clear? We're
Yeah,
able to understand? Yep.
yes, it's clear. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, the next one. Welcome changing requirements even late in the development. Okay. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. See, welcome changing requirement even late in the development. That's what. Actually, in the if you compare that with the traditional waterfall model, okay, once that you got the requirements, you are going into the design phase. Once you are into the design phase, you are going into the coding, or then to the testing phase. In between, if the customer has made changed his mind, okay, and he went for changing certain requirements, he thought like I should implement this particular feature also here. And if he comes with that idea to to our project or the product owner or the project leads, and if he say no, okay, then again he has to wait till the product comes, and he should wait for another project. That is again going to take a lot of time. For a simple change, you can't keep the uh, you know you can't keep them in on hold and make them wait for longer time. So that's why Agile the says, or it actually promotes, like you should be able to welcome the changing requirements even if it is late in the development. That means like even if you have done 75% of the development, yet he's asking for some changes to be done. First of all, try to understand what is his requirement is, and if we are able to incorporate that in the existing project in this particular time period, okay, go ahead and do it. Okay, or else you give some time frame within not so much time, but you should welcome that his requirements. Okay, and by that, like what you will be able to do is you will be able to help the customer gain an advantage in this competition environment, right? So at any stage of development, even late in the development, we should welcome his requirements, okay, changing requirements, okay, that will help the customer to have a competitive advantage. So let us say we have two brands are fighting for another. Samsung we have, and we have another, let us say LG, and these two products are fighting for some particular product. And the LG people have come to you and said, start on this particular product, and you have started developing on the product, and Samsung is also doing their own work, and they're doing it parallelly. Now LG has come up with a new feature. They want like if that is implemented, probably it will gain an advantage or a market over the Samsung. Now, when it comes to you and ask for no implement this particular extra feature, if you say no, then probably it's going to lose the share in the market. But if you incorporate that, okay, even late in the development process, then that is going to have an advantage over other competitor, and it will gain in the market share. So that is what the Agile says, like even if it is late, okay, accept the change. Okay, accept the change. Help the customer to have an advantage in the market. Okay, that's what the second principle is. Am I clear here? A thumbs up will help me if you are able to understand, or you can. Good, good, sir. Good, Shami. Yes, thank you. Okay, we'll go to the third principle because I want. Uh, so the first one was highest priority. The second one was having accepting the change or welcoming the changing requirements. You need not remember the whole sentence. Interviewers are not going to ask all the 12 principles, and you need to put it in your head and all, but be aware. Okay, try to relate that with your daily life situations, with the market and all. You can easily recollect if you are able to, or it's not an issue. No one is going to expect, but we need to work according to these rules. Thank you, Belaji. Thank you, Mary. Thank you. Okay, the third, delivery deliver working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to a couple of months, with a preference to the shorter time cycle. Okay. So what we need to deliver is a working software frequently, from a couple of weeks to couple of months. Okay. So with a preference to a shorter time cycle. That means like what we are committed to, like we should be able to deliver that. In our IT industry, it is a software. Okay. It could be a product in other market, in manufacturing. Okay. So we should be able to produce that working software, which can be which can be delivered within a month or within few weeks. So whichever, but give the preference to a shorter time cycle. So if you take the months and if you take the weeks, the preference should be given to the time which is of short duration, that is weeks. So whatever, I mean, if you are able to convince the customer saying that this particular feature is going to take almost 2 weeks, okay, fine. If you are able to convince saying that it will take a 1 month time to deliver this one, if you are able to convince him and if they are accepting that, that's fine. But if you can deliver within the shorter duration, that's much better, because like they will be expecting that part in the very shorter time, because that will have a competitive advantage. That's what they were saying. Okay, so fourth one, business people and yes, sorry, Nathan, you raised some. Okay, yeah, you can.
Yes,
Yes,
yes. I just wanted to
yes.
ask, when you talk about the time scale
Hmm.
to deliver here, is it to deliver a particular sprint or to deliver the entire backlog?
No, it's not the entire backlog. Okay, it's not the entire backlog. Sometimes, yes, if the product backlog it's of very short duration, let us say almost 4 weeks, like if you take time to complete the whole product backlog item, that's well and good. But if there are like few features which can be delivered soon, then yeah, take the shorter time period and do it. Okay, that's what. It can vary from the whole product backlog, or it can vary from the user, whatever product backlog item also. Let us say like we have actually we got the mobile in the market, the mobile is working fine, but okay, that was a product altogether. But there are few features which are to be delivered within shorter time cycle. Then we should try to give it within few weeks or so, because that will help them have a competitive advantage. So that's what they are referring to.
Okay, that's understood. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. Anyone raise their hands up? Thank you. Next. So the fifth one, business people and developers must work together daily throughout the patch. Okay. So the business people who have given you the requirements, and the developers. Developers here are the Scrum team. the coding people, the testing people who are involved in this particular project, they should work together daily throughout the project. So this will help, as I said, they will have lot of ambiguity or the doubts and all these which are to be clear. And some Scrum Master should arrange the meetings with the stakeholders and all, so that those queries are being answered and they will be able to work properly. So it says, the Agile says, we should have the meetings or we should have interaction throughout the project, not necessarily every day, but yeah, whenever needed, whenever required, we can have it. So don't assume that every day they should come and meet. No, it's not. It's a waste of time for the business people as well as for the developers. They will schedule a meeting either in the planning part when they are starting a project, or when they want to showcase, or if they have any doubts in the refinement process, they will be asking. So it's up to the team members to decide when they need to go for this type of meetings. Okay, so that they can work together. Okay. So this is about the fourth point. Okay. Build projects around motivated individuals. Okay, we have to build the project around the motivated individuals, give them the environment and support they need, trust them to get the job done. So this is what actually, when I say, when you come to the training, right, if you feel yourself demotivated, there is no point going for a training, and or if you're reading for examination and you feel demotivated, then you will not be able to do properly the exam part, right? You will not be scoring good marks, or you will not do well in the examinations, and you will not have anything, anything interested. So in case of this also, like we in the projects wise, you have to build the projects by the people who are self motivated, and these people are eager. They have the eager and the willingness to do the things. Okay, give them, if they want to be motivated, or if you are expecting them to be work very enthusiastically, we should provide an environment. Okay, we should provide a positive environment and support their need. Suppose, like I say, if a particular person is very good at coding, okay, and if you are keeping that person in a testing, then he will feel demotivated. Okay, person who is very good at doing automation, and if you are testing in automation testing, and if you have allocated a manual part, okay, then he feels demotivated. So instead, what you do is you try to trust that particular person, give the environment and support, like what actually he wants. Then this will help altogether, to be the whole team is going to be very happy, and they will be self motivated, and the beautiful projects will be coming into the end. So you should always try to create that particular environment. You should support their need also, okay, what they need, and trust them to get this particular job. So the team is very important. So as I said, our customer is important. At the same time, your team is also very important. Quoting once again the yes, there is once again heck. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir. You can.
On this particular item, I was just wondering that the Scrum Master is not the one who puts the team together. What does he do to kind of, the different strengths of the particular individual, to identify the particular strength areas of the particular individuals?
Sorry,
Since he will not the one who puts the team together.
Sorry, Nathan, can you come again, because I didn't understand the last line. Maybe I was missing. Once again.
Yes, I was talking about, because this fit point is saying that the Scrum Master should help build projects around motivated individuals. And I was just wondering, the team is not made by the Scrum Master. He is not the one who puts the team together. He is just like another employee in the organization. So what does he do to kind of understand the different strengths of the particular individuals, to be able to harness those strengths on these individuals to ensure success for the team?
Yes. So actually, these are the Agile principles, but making use of these principles, okay, the Scrum is designed, okay, The Scrum Master role in this case is going to, identify, let us say, a scenario where a particular team member is not doing well. Okay, this type of behavioral type of questions are going to be mostly asked in the interviews. So if you see like one of the individual the contributor in the team is not able to perform very well because like he was not being trained on that, or he was not good at that particular point, but like not on the technology, but he was good at another technology. So that particular person may have certain, demotivating factors to the other team members as well. So as a Scrum Master here, what he needs to do is to understand his pain area, okay, and if he can resolve those issues, yeah, that's well and good, okay. Or else we should, escalate that particular situation to the higher authorities and make some changes in the team. So he is going to foster a good environment by doing these type of activities. So of course, like he's one of the member in the team, he is one of the employee in the organization, but he has a little extra responsibility to, sense that particular thing, have a good because like he's a communicator, a facilitator, and a supports team and all, right? So he has that extra sense. He should not be like another um, employee who does his job and went away. He should not be like that. He should also have an empathy to others people. He should understand other people feelings, at the same time support the organization. That's what we are actually meant for. The Scrum Master is meant for that. Okay, he has some extra additional responsibility towards everyone. Okay, so you should make sure that like these are being, have, I mean, adjusted. I mean, you should create that particular environment.
Thanks for the clarification. Thanks.
Yep. Thank you. Okay. So the most efficient, and then going to the sixth point, the most efficient and effective method of conveying information to and within a development team is face-to-face conversation. That's good. So what they are saying is the most, whatever information that we have, okay, it's the most efficient, effective method of communicating or giving the information or passing the information within a development team is to have a face-to-face conversation. Okay. It's not like sending a mail. See, let us say like we are three development members who are working on a particular project. We have certain ego problems, attitude problems, because we are all human beings and we are from different areas, localities, and atmosphere. So we may not be able to understand at one time. Okay, so during that time, like if we go on calling, sorry, if we go on putting a mail on the situation, okay, explaining him like this, instead of talking to him, if you could keep on, mailing back and forth, okay, it's going to be a little bit time waste. Okay, your thought process may not be understood by the other guy, okay, on the other end. So the most way of communicating or giving the information is to have a face-to-face conversation, a one-on-one session with everyone. Or okay, so like if you feel like that person, you are not able to work that with that particular person, go and talk to him directly and say like, this is my problem, and like what is your problem, and can we resolve on this one, or can we talk on this one and try to resolve? Because like at the end, we are working for an organization, not for ourselves, and we are working for a particular project. So our ego, attitude, or whatever behavioral issues that we have, we should keep it aside and work for that. So the face-to-face communication is very important. That will help you, resolve lot many problems. Okay, a lot many complex thinking problems that comes up during the project execution. So that's what Agile says. Have a conversation. If it is, let us say like you are working remotely and no one is there nearby, yeah, have a Zoom session or have Teams interactive one-on-one sessions. Talk to them directly face to face and resolve the issue. Okay, I think once you talk, all the issues will be solved. That's what Agile says. Don't waste time on communicating through other ways which doesn't yield anything. Okay, that's what the sixth point says about. Right. Okay. Next seventh. Working software is a primary measure of progress. Okay. If you say like how to measure a progress in yes, maybe one. Sorry, who raised? Okay, I don't see any raise. Okay, fine. Working software is a primary measure of progress. See, we have got the team, we have got the project, we have the work with us. Uh, yes, yes, Mary, you can talk.
Yeah, still on the feed points. I just want, does the project manager has any role on that feed point?
Which point?
Because building, does a project manager has a role to play on these feed points? Because they build projects. Who builds the project? Is it the
Yeah. See,
project
building the
manager
project in
or
the sense,
Scrum Master?
building the project in the sense, we as a team together, we build the project. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Together, the project manager, okay, it's a, in the Scrum, when you come to the Scrum, it's the project management team is, no, the role is very minimal, but till you get the project man is going to be there. And after you deliver, the project team is going to be there. But during the process of developing the project, the Scrum team is going to be there. Okay. I mean, anyhow, the information will be passed on to the project management and all, like where we stand and what we are doing. But the building the project altogether, all are responsible and all are accountable. Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the project manager, it doesn't have very high picture in this particular Scrum and in the Agile, but he will be there to manage the project related activities.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't mean that he doesn't have a role or the minimal role, but he is going to have his own substantial role that is needed for the project.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, we will go to the working software is a primary measure of progress. So how to gauge something like it is working? How to know, like, let us say, like, we have given a project and we are working on it. And after 2 to 3 days, we have asked, the Scrum Master is asking the team members whether uh, how it is going, and they say, like, yeah, it's going on smooth. We have completed 30%. After 2 days, again the Scrum Master is asking the team members how much percentage is completed. Then they say, like, yeah, we are almost done. We are almost 80% completed. And at the end of the time frame, okay, let us say the sprint of 2 weeks. At the end of the 2 weeks, again the Scrum Master asks, like, how much is the progress done. They say, like, 100% is done, and we are okay. But where is the proof that have completed that? So the only way to gauge, only way to measure your progress is a working software. That means if you have developed any web page, then you should need to showcase that and say that, yeah, this is going to work. These are the requirements, and we have designed this particular web page, and this is going to work in this fashion. And it should not be a PowerPoint presentation. It should be a working software. It should be like a real scenario, real case where it is working, like in the real time environment, like how we are shopping in Amazon or the other e-commerce websites. So that should be a working software. It should not be just a PowerPoint type point of thing. Okay, it's like yeah, that's what I said, right? Like, giving a general information won't help here. We need to showcase the real actual working software. That's what the Agile says. Okay. So yes, and Agile processes promote sustainable development. Okay, the sponsors, developers, and users should be able to maintain a constant pace indefinitely. So that means, like, they are actually, it's not like in the traditional waterfall method where I have done my part and then I will sit and I will wait for the next thing to happen. It's not like that. They should work. They should have a constant pace of of working. So they will be able to deliver till the particular product comes into the market. So they are actually promoting a sustainable development. Okay. So means, like, every time a new feature is going to come and they will be going to add on it, and it's going to sustain till that particular product requirements are being met. So what is expected is all the sponsors who are giving the ideas or the developers or the users, they should be able to maintain this pace indefinitely. So that should go on. Okay, it's not like the development team is going to sit once the coding is done and I'm not going to work on anything else. It's not like that in traditional waterfall. Here, once you are done, you need to take the another one and work on it. You need to take the another one and work on it. So that's the way it is going to work. So you should have a constant pace, a constant. Okay. 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 Next we have is continuous attention to technical excellence and good design enhances agility. So it is not that like you have produced some working software, but you should also see that a technical excellence is being achieved and a design is also, is giving you this a good look to your particular product, and this will altogether will enhance agility. So we should have continuous attention to the technical excellence. That means the team members who are working, like, let us say like previous 5 to 6 years back, maybe or 10 years back, they were working on the Java, okay, and they were able to design the UI with HTML, CSS, and all. Okay, it was okay. I mean, later, like when the UI, or the UX, like the graphic part, they have come into picture. Now the screens or the web pages look very, very beautifully. This is because like the team has is in the learning process and they are paying the attention to this technical excellence. Okay, that means they should upskill, upgrade themselves to the newer technologies, and they should be able to deliver good designs. Okay, by this way, they should have this agility to learn. Okay, agility in the sense the flexible way. They should be able to incorporate new things, new technologies. They should be able to learn and enhance their skill. That's what about 9 points. Like we should have continuous attention. Okay. Now today, if you are learning on the Scrum part, tomorrow you should have this agility to learn other framework. Okay, it could be a Kanban or an XP or anything, or whatever. Or you can also become a Scrum coach. Okay, Agile coach. Sorry. So, or you should scale up your thing to enterprise level. So depending your attention, you should have a continuous attention to this type of technical excellence if you want to upgrade yourself and upskill and go get promoted in your job and all. So that's what actually 9 says. You should have the agility, not a fixed mindset. Okay. Okay. 10th one, simplicity. This is nothing but the art of maximizing the amount of work not done is essential. I will just simply say, okay, here, the maximizing the amount of work not done means we never stop looking for possibilities for improvement, however small. Okay. So if it's something that you are doing and it is not yielding anything, it's better to stop that work. Okay, it's better to let the work not be done. Okay, than to go with a simple work and get the work done. That's what actually here it means. Okay, you took some complex project with something complex technology and you are not able to do anything. But other guy, we took a very simple one and delivered the project very nicely. That's better. Instead of taking something which you can't you do the work which can be done very easily with simplicity. Okay. That's what the 10th point says. Okay. So there is always a improvement. There is always, however small, like you can improve and get the work done very fastly. That's what the 10th point says. Yes, who are the people? Balaji, yes. You can
Hi.
unmute. Yes.
Okay, if you don't mind, can you please repeat one more time, ninth and 10th?
9. See, continuous attention to the technical excellence and good design enhances agility. So the team should have the technical excellence. If today, like you are working one of the programming language, and if tomorrow or after 10 days, if another technology comes there where you will, another programming language that, enhances the look and feel of these things, then you should have the curiosity to learn, or you should upskill your technology skills, right? That's what actually this is This will help you. So we should have a continuous learning curve. That's what actually it means. You should not stop being there. You should continuously grow. Okay, you should be more agile. The agility, it brings agility, and once you get the agility, you will learn a lot, and you will try to adapt to the new situations, new technologies, and you will upskill or upgrade yourself. That's what important thing in the agile.
Okay, so the 10th of same, almost same, right?
10th is something similar, but we should also value what work we are doing. If that work is not that good enough, then it's better to stop, or it's better to stop the work done there itself. That's what 10th means. Okay. Instead of going ahead with complex, with anything that is very, that doesn't yield any value, go with something very simple which can yield a better value. That's what the 10th point says. Okay. Let us say, like, you have taken one project where you are developing with COBOL language. COBOL existed long before. Okay. That can be done in COBOL now. That can be also be done in some other Python. Which one you will prefer? You will prefer the simple one that yields maximum productivity, or the whatever. Or will you take the COBOL and you will maximize on, go on maximizing your work, put a lot of efforts in that, which doesn't yield any value. Okay, it is better to stop that part which doesn't yield any value, which takes a lot of time, and it's better to stop that. Go with something which can be done, which can be easily produced. That's what the simplicity is.
Okay, sir, understood. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else you okay. Right. So we have the last two. We'll just cover the best architecture requires and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. Okay, so if you are self-organizing, if you are able to have a good understanding about ourselves, okay, and if you are given freedom, if you have the environment where we can work freely and all, then the best designs are going to come from that particular team. Okay, if you compare some of the organized companies, the way of they work, and if you compare that with the Google or Amazon or with okay, Apple, so their way of working, the freedom that they give to uh, their employees, okay, their teams, okay, it's quite different from what they give to the small companies, right? So the best architectures or the requirements or the designs come from those particular teams who are self-managing, who are self-organizing, who are self, having, that taking power, decision taking capability. So that's what they are arguing. Once if you start an organization, you should empower your team to take their own decision. They should be self-managing and organizing as well. That's what the 11th point says. Okay. Next, at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. Okay. So, like, if you are making them more, organizing or empowering them, okay, at regular intervals, the team reflects on how to become more effective, then tunes and adjusts its behavior accordingly. So, at regular intervals, they will be, having working on their feedbacks. They will see like how effective they can be, and they will be fine tuning their steps and adjust their behavior accordingly if they are given freedom, the proper environment. Okay. So these are the things which are, important for a team to, come up with good things. So almost 11 and 12 are same, but the but 12 says like we should have a type of feedback sessions happening at regular intervals of time, or a retrospective things for every team to think like where they are doing good and bad and where they can be more effective. So this is what actually the 12th point says. So we have covered the 12 principles. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to cover the 4 values of the agile. Okay. Hope you got some information on these 12 principles. Now go back to your companies when you are working. Try to see like how you are working, how whether these principles are being used in your company, how freely you are able to do, how the interaction is happening between your team members and you people or with the stakeholders. If you can correlate, if you can put that, then you are, I think, like you are doing in agile way. Okay. So agile principles are around us only. Only thing is we are not recognizing them. If you can recognize, that's more than enough. Like we can achieve. We can be more self-organizing and motivated. Okay, any doubts? I will take one more minute, and we'll close because it's almost 10. Okay. You can ping in the chat in case if you want. Okay, thank you everyone. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. We'll discuss on the agile values. Okay, and we'll have a good interactive session. Thank you all. Thank you, Balaji. Thank you all. Thank you.